morning, boys and girls. It's late in the morning. I was up till 3 o'clock in the morning editing a video so that I could put it up on YouTube this morning. So I kind of slept in till like 7:30-ish. Had a bite to eat, so now I'm ready to get to work. Yeah, I worked on the hood a little bit last night. Skimmed it out once, sanded it, and after sanding it, it became apparent that it was quite a bit wavier than I thought it was. So it's going to take a little bit more work, another skim, more sanding, and so I'm going to go ahead and finish that off. I'm not gonna film it because I showed enough of that yesterday or last video. After I get the hood finished, though, I'm going to figure out the placement of my headlights and drill the holes in the fenders so that I can pull them off and bodywork those. The idea is to get everything ready for primer, hopefully prime Friday, Saturday the latest. Because once I get everything primed, all these parts, a couple days away from paint. So that's where I want to be. So yeah, new subscribers, thank you very much. Word's getting around, and that's thanks to you guys. So I appreciate it. And yeah, you might as well just get right to it. Okay, so it took me pretty much all afternoon to straighten this thing out, but I got it pretty good. I've been, working on this side of the garage, and concentrating on what I'm doing. And the whole time, because it was, raining all night last night, and it's been raining all day today. Plus we had about 2 inches of snow before that, and it got up to like +9, so it's melting like crazy. I didn't even notice this. Water. Whole side of my garage is flooded. All the way down to the back and along the whole back wall. So I've got a huge mess to clean up. This is a day's work, easy. Shop vacuum. I got in the deepest part about 2 inches of water. Unbelievable. Never noticed it at all. So I'll be getting on that for a little bit, and then I'll come back and get back on the car. God damn it. Man, I tell you, I've been sucking up water with a shop vac since supper time. It's 12:30, so I just finished. You can probably hear the fans going on in the background. I got fans moving air, trying to dry it up, and it's drying up pretty quick now. I got a shop vac that holds 6.5 gallons, and I dumped 40 out, took a break, and got another 25 out. So 65 times 6.5 gallons. We're talking 400 gallons of water I had in here. Oh man. Anyway, no damage. I mean, it's concrete floor. I've got 3 courses of concrete block before any wooden walls or anything, so no damage to the structure. Everything's up on wheels or stands or shelves or whatever. I have about 10 cardboard boxes sitting on the floor, so I'm gonna have to throw those out and repack the stuff that's in them. I'll do that in the morning because I'm done, man. I did this stuff for a living for a long time, and yeah, it's hard work. Anyway, back to the car tomorrow after I'm done repacking those boxes. This whole mess ordeal cost me half a day to 3/4 of a day, but shit happens. The joys of living in the north, But I can't believe how much snow melted. And that's what caused all this. It was, warm temperatures, tons of rain, and with all the snow on the ground, well, recipe for disaster. So there you have it. But anyway, no damage done, just pain in the ass. That's all it was. So back to car stuff in the morning. I'm going to have a couple of beers. In fact, I'm having one right now. And we'll see you in the morning. Okay, So it's Friday morning. I slept in a little bit. I was knackered out, man, last night. Uh, don't mind the noise. I still have fans going. I let them go all night. It's drying up pretty good. There's a little bit of water left in the corners, but yeah, disaster taken care of. And really, there was only 3 boxes that got wet. The ones that I thought were wet were actually sitting on milk crates or other things. So yeah, not a big deal at all. Yeah, I cleaned that all up and got going. So back on car stuff, finally. I'm going to be figuring out where I'm going to put my headlights. I'm going to remove them from the brackets because it's just too bulky to adjust and play around with the headlight and the horn and everything hanging on it. So I figure if I do both brackets, line up the centers of the socket where the headlight sits, the same on both sides, I should be good to go. So that's what I'm going to do, and yeah, might as well just get after it. Okay, so this is where the headlights are going to live. You know, it's a bit of a pain in the ass. These, everybody who has a Model A knows that there's a headlight bar that's continuous, goes right across, fender to fender. Well, this is a homemade frame. Once the guy got the engine in and the suspension and everything else, put the rad in, realized that the headlight bar was going to run right into the side of the rad shell. So we just cut it off here and got rid of the middle piece. So now you're trying to line it up, 2 separate units with a piece in between, so a bunch of measuring and stuff. But they're in, the holes are drilled, so now, yeah, I know I can adjust them to fit. Looks way better than it did before. These headlights were actually sticking up above the rad shell before. So it looks a lot more like a Model A-ish, and yeah, I'm okay with it. So now I'm going to take it apart and start body working these fenders, making good progress. Okay, so the fender is set up and ready for body work. You can see this crease here. It's a factory crease, goes all the way and then just fades out at the very end of the fender. So what I'm going to do to make sure I keep a nice straight line, because it's all banged to hell up here, I'm going to use a piece of tape just on one side of that line, of that crease, and we'll build down from there. And just once I get that line nice and straight on one side, I'll mask off the side I just worked and keep a nice straight line on the other side. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tape that, and then we're going to go to time lapse, and I'll start slinging some body filler. got a few touch-ups to do here, but I just wanted to show this real quick. Remember this factory crease that comes down here? Well, I had already taped it on this side. Now I'm going to do the other side, and that'll get us our nice clean line. So I go right over the tape. Now I'll just get rid of the rest of this putty here. There we go. Looking pretty good. And that's it for that. So this is what you want to do. Make sure you get this tape off while the putty before it hardens, or it'll just crumble and, you know, make a mess. So, same as masking paint. There we go. We'll let that dry and we'll sand it up. Okay, so I'm calling this done. I got a couple little touch-ups to do, nothing major. But you can see, you know, the line is good, and I kind of did the exact same sort of thing with this line down here, and this looks so much better than, you know, big hunk of suspension sticking out of the fender. So I'm quite pleased with the way it turned out. I'm going to go ahead and finish up these little touch-ups, get this one out of the way, and get the right side fender on the sawhorse and do exactly what I did with this one to the other one. I'm not going to bother filming it because I just showed it to you. So, you know, it's the same thing. Repeat and repeat. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, finish this off, and that's it. Okay, so there you go. Body work is done on this car. Well, it will be done by the time you see this video. I'm going to finish off that right side fender tonight, maybe into tomorrow morning. And then I'm going to spray all the fenders and the hood and primer, get all those pieces done. And, you know, in the next video also, I'm going to get the body proper painted next week. It's supposed to get nice in the middle of the week, sunny days. I want to get it painted so I can roll it out and paint the fenders and the hood. I just don't have the room. That's because I got too much shit in here. I just don't have the room to paint everything at the same time. So body first, then I'll paint the fenders and the hood, bring the body back in, and put it all together. So once it's painted, I mean, I'm going to have a little bit of suspension work to do and a couple of gaskets underneath, because this thing is hemorrhaging transmission fluid like it's unbelievable. I went and picked up a bag of floor dry stuff. Actually, it's used for cattle and horse stalls. So I picked that up at Princess Auto for like $10. So yeah, that whole bag will probably be used just to clean up the mess from this thing. I want to apologize for any of the noise in the background from the fans. You know, I had to dry that up, man. What a freaking mess. So they're actually, the fans are still going right now, even as I speak. So yeah, it's almost dry. I just got a couple of corners left to finish drying up, and I just don't want to get into problems with mold and stuff like that. So got to dry it up. That's it. Had no choice. It was either that, record while the fans were going, or don't put out a video. So I chose to do it this way, and yeah, I think it'll be okay. Like I said, I hope the noise wasn't too distracting. New subscribers, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Moving right along, it's great. And tell your buddies, tell your chums, spread the word, and carry on. So what else? Yeah, I'm kind of anxious to get this thing done and out of here. Get back on that 51 Chevy. I got a whole whack load of parts in late last week, so yeah, ready to tear into that thing. And oh yeah, and if you've seen something here that I did that you liked or didn't like or disagree with or have a better idea, don't be afraid to leave comments down below. I enjoy reading the comments, and I try to reply to all of them. And it's cool. I like it. I enjoy reading them. And subscribe, hit the little bell. You know the routine. And if you don't do anything else, get out in the garage and build something, man. Later, guys.